Bonjour, Hillsborough. And of course, Michael Howard. He don't need no introduction. We're really excited to be with y'all today because guess what time it is?
It's 5:30.
Guess where?
Everywhere.
All over the fucking place. So welcome to the party. We're so glad to have you, but I know what you're thinking right now. What's for dinner? Well, let me tell you. Right across the street at Radius, you have meat lasagna with curly kale Caesar salad and garlic Parmesan flatbread for for $14. Their desserts are peach cobbler, a gluten-free brownie, and carrot cake. But y'all thirsty?
I'm thirsty.
Lana, break them off something to drink.
I'm thirsty. Yeah, so
Break them off something to drink.
treating. So you probably already heard about it, but tonight we're serving buzz balls. This one is a grapefruit, and I also have buzz balls, and this one is like lime Rita. You know how easy these things? Can you see 15% alcohol? This is not your grandma's drink, or maybe it is for your grandma. Who knows? So there's two ways to drink them. Well, there's three ways. You could drink them straight from the ball. You could pour it over ice, or you could pour it in a martini glass, and that's all there is to it.
Where do people get buzz balls?
So it's a good thing you asked, Eric, because we're selling buzz balls at Yonder Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from 4 to 7 for just $5 a ball. Did I mention 15% alcohol? And this is two full cocktails, easy peasy on there. So there you go, delish.
Hey, give me one.
Oh man.
You can take this shit home with you. You take it home and enjoy it with your Radius lasagna. But you know who really enjoys this stuff? Our lovely guest today, Miss Paige Holt. Y'all, put your damn hands together for Paige Holt. I know this is real reason everybody showed up. How you doing, Paige?
I'm doing great. I'm very tired, but glad to be enjoying. I don't have a buzz ball yet, but maybe after 7, I'll grab one.
What you drinking there?
I am drinking Calico Fields Classic Pilsner from Haw River Farmhouse Ales.
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
Yes.
Just up the road a ways.
Yes.
Man, I gotta say, every time we see you darkening the door, we always know it's gonna be a party. We always look forward to you coming in. And yeah, you and your little crew of ragamuffins, y'all are the cool crowd. So it's great to have you hanging with us.
Thank you. Yes, we try to bring the party wherever we go, for sure.
You're like legit my favorite first regular. Don't tell any of the others. Like legit, number one.
It's live.
His too, I think.
It's live. So aside from being just the one of the town drunks, you also have a very interesting occupation, especially in these days. What do you do for money?
Well, not for a lot of money, but I am a public school teacher. I teach science in Durham.
Woo!
Which school are you at?
I'm at Jordan High School. We have our graduation tomorrow, 9 a.m. Drive-through.
Nice.
So this whole pandemic must have been great because you teachers just stay home the whole time, right? And
yeah, it's easy peasy. No, we've been learning how to use a million new softwares, trying to get all of our kids in one central area, and especially a lot of students don't have reliable access to the internet or devices. So it's been a fun adventure.
How have you been maneuvering that particular obstacle?
So, right, we really weren't able to do very much this year. For our seniors, we were able to get laptops out to the seniors that were at risk of not graduating so they could finish their classes. But we didn't have funds until just now to buy a computer for every student. So that's starting in August, we're going to be giving out laptops to the students that need them. So, because who knows what's going to happen.
And that's on an as needed basis.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yes.
Where'd they get that money?
I am not 100% sure. I think they just moved. They were always wanting to go to one-to-one so that we had a laptop for every student. But this COVID-19 pandemic has just sort of rushed that forward.
Nice.
Have you thought of any new ways that might be coming around to get some more money into your school?
Well, we're working. We have a meeting tonight with the union, the Durham Association of Educators. So we're going to talk about re-entry and how to raise some more funds. We also have the Durham Public Schools Foundation at bullcityschools.org, where people can donate if they happen to have money they want to give towards public education and things that students and teachers need. That would be fantastic, but that's where we're at right now.
Maybe if there are some other organizations somewhere around the city that could be defunded, perhaps maybe you might get some of that money.
That would be so great.
Can you think of any off the top of your head? What organizations could possibly be defunded so pay get some more cash? I can't hop to any right now, but
Nobody's coming to mind.
I just seem to be handcuffed as far as I can't. Your turn.
Yeah, I'm not good with the bad puns. I leave that to you.
So, what other challenges are coming up in the COVID? I mean, I know you haven't been in the classroom, but like, is there anything that how do you teach? Okay, hang on real quick. We'll pause on that. This is going to be your favorite part. Is when the squirrel goes up the peach tree outside and Lana sees it, and she goes running out there like a puppy to go stop the squirrel. So yeah, that squirrel's getting in there. You better hurry, Lana. Yeah. So how do you? I don't even know how to phrase the question. Lana's gonna go get it. I want to turn the camera around. Gotta go.
Yeah, I'm so curious.
She's running out there, drinking hand, chasing the squirrel off the tree. Yeah. So, what kind of challenges do you expect? I mean, to have to explain this to kids of your age, because I mean, when I was little, we didn't have any pandemic or huge, racial unrest in the streets. So, is that just something that? Actually, that's a lie. We did.
We ignored it.
Yeah.
I believe it didn't exist.
Yeah, I'm old enough to have gone through the LA riots in school. We watched that on television. But how do you plan to address that when that stuff comes up? I mean, I guess in science. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely something that we have talked about. Right now, especially in the science classroom, we're talking a lot about the virus and how it works, transmission and things like that. The kids did a little virtual project on that. And then when all of this started happening with the George Floyd protests, for biology, we really tied it into talking about bioethics. And earlier in the year, we had done a study on Henrietta Lacks and the Tuskegee experiment and things like that. So we talked about how pervasive racism is even in the sciences and how we are still benefiting from those atrocities that we have done previously in order to gain scientific information. So that's what we're talking about this year. I know going into next year, there's a lot of student petitions that are circulating right now about removing SROs from school. And a lot of people are reworking their curriculums to be more focused on anti-racism for the next year coming up. So that's what we're going to be doing over the summer.
So the students want the police out of the classrooms.
Yeah, so I mean, I can't speak for all of the students, but there have been some petitions that students have started that they're asking people to sign. So that's definitely a big topic of conversation coming up for the new school year.
Dang.
Yeah, we did not have armed guards in the classroom when I went to school. You?
Yeah.
No, we had better guns than the security guards did back in my day. I grew up in Texas, man. You get your gun in 6th grade, and but yeah, it's wild boars everywhere.
I'm sure, many wild boars. Yeah, I do think it is interesting to see the police that we have in the school, because there are some SROs that are in the school all the time that work for the high school that the students will be familiar with, but then there's also a lot of officers that just sign up to take a shift or something, and so they're not necessarily trained to even work in a school. So it can be a lot for our students, especially if they have some sort of like trauma relating to police already. And every time they go to school, they're seeing them. So that is definitely an issue that is being discussed. TBD.
Nice. So who are you hanging out with there during the pandemic?
Well, so Jeremy is my neighbor, but he's in his very air-conditioned apartment right now. Right now, all I'm hanging out with is...
Oh. Do you have any other four-legged creatures with tails that you hang out with on the rug?
I do. I have a bearded dragon named Ducky, who's in the other room. She's very popular at the apartment. Normally she's in my classroom, but she can't do her job during COVID-19. So she's taking some leave time, I guess.
Is she yours? Is she school property? She's yours.
Yeah, she's mine.
She's yours. There you go, men. Science geek, right here, extraordinaire, not afraid of a scaly thing. So there you go.
True.
Whatever that means.
So what about, like, just to kind of go back to the new classroom again, because that really interests me. What I mean, are you able to get a feel like how the students handle this? I mean, I know a lot of times one of your roles as teacher is to kind of be like, I don't know, like, you know, you're there to support everybody and kind of watch. But how's their like mental health? How do you see them? You know, how do they seem to be hanging in there?
It's definitely really hard for the students because in addition to like not getting to have that in-person relationship with their teachers, they're also, you know, they're sheltering at home and they're not hanging out with other teenagers, which is the worst thing when you're a teenager. So they're
grounded.
Yeah, exactly. So at first, like the first couple weeks that we were out, the students were excited and like, we're gonna do work online. We don't have to go to school. We can sleep in. It's great. But then like after about week 2, they started sending messages, just being lonely, feeling sad. They're like, I never thought I would miss school. And now here I am wishing we were back in school. But myself and a lot of teachers have been posting things not only on our Google Classrooms, but we've had like a lot of teacher Instagrams and Snapchats that people are doing, and the kids and some teachers are doing like TikTok challenges and all of that youth-centric technology stuff to try and keep in touch with the kids. So that's been helpful, but it's really not the same as being able to see them every day. Definitely miss the kids for sure.
How about yours and the other teachers' mental health? Do you guys what do you got? I mean, I'm cracking up over here. What do you got going on?
Well, we're all also cracking up, but we definitely have, you know, Zoom happy hours. We have like, oh my gosh, so many different Zoom meetings, union meetings, just text message chains, stuff like that. I'm really looking forward tomorrow to like seeing all the kids drive through for graduation. So that's going to be helpful, but yeah, it's been a lot because most of us are in this profession because we like kids and like being social. So staying home alone is not ideal.
All right, so I'm really curious. Like I did we went to a football stadium for my graduating class, and they announce your name. Everybody lines up. They announce your name. You come down and you pick up your diploma and you walk away. How does that work when you have a parade of cars? I don't even understand the semantics of all that. That baffles me.
We've been working on it. So what's going to happen is basically the kids can drive through at any time.
Okay.
They're going to line up. They're going to go around like the parking circle and the cars will line up. And then our librarian is going to be there to get the names of the students. And they'll go like 10 at a time. We'll send the names to the people with the diplomas. They'll pull the diplomas, and then each car is just going to get their diploma. They get like a little cute gift bag with some fun stuff in it. And they can jump out of the car if they want to. We'll have like a picture station where their parents can take pictures of them. So that's the plan. It's our first time doing it. We'll see. We'll see.
Hopefully the last.
Yes. Yes, hopefully so.
I spent a lot of time in detention when I was in high school. I always wish that there was some way to get rid of detention. Did this do it?
Maybe it did. I know for all the students that had pending disciplinary actions before we left, all of that is canceled. So,
Oh, wow.
Oh, to be young again.
Yeah.
Hey, so the other day, this governor of our state, he said he's more worried about schools than bars. We're gonna put you on the spot here. Which one are you more worried about, Paige? Schools or bars?
Honestly, I think schools, because I don't know the last time that I've seen 2,000 people in a bar all making out with each other.
We were working on that.
It's gonna be hard to have that many students all in one big old building, walking around,
Spreading their germs.
spreading their germs like teenagers do.
Mm.
Yeah,
Good
I
one.
agree.
I already said she's not afraid of scaly things. I don't think I could do anything.
So when you're not doing your TikTok challenges for students, what are you watching these days? Do you have something cool to binge? Because we're starting to run out of shows.
I'm starting to run out of shows too. Right now, I am like very late to the game, but I've been watching the Righteous Gemstones, which is hilarious.
That's the one with Kenny Powers is a preacher.
Oh my God.
It's great. And that's what I'm watching right now. I want to see that Space Force thing on Netflix, which is interesting.
We've watched I think the first 3 episodes so far of it.
He's okay.
I'm sure they'll hit their stride in there. Yeah, this at least once an episode there's something I laugh at.
Yeah. It could be cool.
I didn't laugh at The Office for a while though. I didn't always find The Office funny, so I know that I'm gonna get some hate mail for that statement.
Yeah.
But that's me.
Space Force is which program?
That's The Office, but in space.
Space Force.
I'm trying to go to space.
Okay.
Steve Carell.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of the other one. That's the space shuttle movie with the billionaire. Which one is that?
I don't remember. This one.
We don't know. So what else? So you hang out with our friend Jeremy from the Restore and our pal Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And your bearded dragon that we don't get to see.
I could run and get her real fast if you would.
You could, really? That would be okay.
In the meantime, Lana's going to tell you a story.
I'm going to tell you about the Buzzballs. Buzzballs. It is a female-owned company, and I believe they're out of Texas, Dallas, Texas, quite possibly. This entire ball itself is biodegradable, so if you failed to recycle it the way you should, it will biodegrade in record time, unlike regular plastics.
And another big plus is if you are attending some of the protests on the street, you can carry it with you as a drink or, in case of an emergency, as a projectile.
There you go.
Love it.
Let's see your pal, Miss Paige. Oh my God.
Ducky.
And Jeremy.
And Jeremy is here. Oops, I have to unlock the door for him.
By the way, according to Michael Howard, the television show is Avenue 5.
Thank you. I actually, of the 2 space programs, that's the one I prefer so far. Men, they're so loud.
Well, yes. Men and dogs.
Oh, nice. All right, let's see Ducky.
Oh, this is Ducky. She is she's a 1-year-old bearded dragon. That's her.
Oh my gosh, beautiful. Beautiful.
What do they taste like?
No, they don't taste like anything.
Like chicken, Eric. Like
Probably
chicken.
like chicken. Would be my guess. But don't listen, Ducky.
That's awesome. So you're officially
Hi.
hi.
Why? It's our former guest, Jeremy Carey of the Restore.
Look, I got a haircut. See? Look.
You gotta get
See?
closer.
Haircut.
It doesn't have to be all about you, Jeremy. Back it up. Hey,
yes.
your vacation. You're officially on vacation, right? Like your school summer is here.
Starting Monday.
What's your big summer plans?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what's open. Probably sitting outside, reading some books. I got S.A. Cosby's book in the mail coming soon.
No shit.
Nice.
Which one
So-
did you get?
The Blacktop Wasteland is on its way.
How did you get that so early?
I don't have it yet. It's coming. It's
Okay. That's
what I'm
a
looking for.
humdinger. I got to read it back in January. That's a humdinger.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
very
that's
excited.
a good one. Will not put it down.
Good.
What else
Good.
you got?
That's it. Reading books.
Reading,
Hanging out.
finding some water to be around would be good.
Or maybe a trip to the beach.
Yes, that would be lovely. Then hang out with Possum and Theo, I guess.
Yes, you. Thank you for taking Theo out of me.
Yes, Theo is my god dog.
Nice.
God, dog.
Yeah,
Eric, it was shocking that you spent time in detention.
yeah. It was a surprise to us all, really.
I was actually, little known fact, in the Lancaster Independent School District, I was the first person to be put in their in-school suspension program. The ISS.
Hey!
The first person.
Inaugural.
The day it started, I got in trouble that morning, and I got put in there. And so I was the first person.
What did you do to get in trouble to get suspended so quickly?
I'm not sure that the statute of limitations has run out. So I may just keep quiet on that one. We'll talk about it in the bar when people come in and get their to-go beer and wine kits.
Beer, wine kits, and buzz balls.
Sangria.
Don't forget buzz balls.
Just a
I
fucking
don't know. I'm the commercial maker. Yeah, I did my fair share of detention. Surprising.
Ah, Jeremy, what are you doing?
Muting my phone.
That's what the echo was earlier when everybody was like, I don't know what that is. Goddamn Jeremy.
It's Jeremy all along.
I'm sorry.
You should be. That's okay.
Do you
Well-
wear pajamas?
Only on the, this is my Zoom outfit.
Yeah, dude. Hey, man, she's summer vacation, man.
Diamonds on the
School's
bottom.
out for summer. School's out forever.
Yes, yes.
I would like to go back to school.
Hey, I got good news too to report. I know
Yes.
it's 15% alcohol, but they call it buzz balls for a reason. Because I'm lit.
It's
Yeah.
This is your pre-party right here. Pre-game with a buzz ball.
There's another squirrel.
Stop it. That's a dog.
What's for dinner tonight? Are you guys going out and picking something up, or are you cooking?
I haven't even thought that far ahead, honestly. Jeremy is cooking. Are you cooking salmon?
Salmon.
Jeremy's cooking salmon. Jeremy, come on.
Come on, dude.
Here, explain your salmon.
I don't know yet. I'm just going to cook salmon. Probably blackened salmon with rice, with lime rice.
I'm guessing you're blackening it because it's like 3-day-old salmon, right?
It's actually 2-day-old salmon.
Okay.
So it's still fine. But I would blacken it anyway because I like blackened salmon. So it's delicious.
Delicious.
And I had to go work on the truck today for Habitat. And I got some good sun today, it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Farmer tan.
Yeah, I have some sun from hanging up posters for graduation. I was not expecting it to be as bright and hot as it was.
Thank you for your service.
Both of you. Both of you.
You're welcome.
We enjoyed it. I did at least.
Well, I wish you the best of luck on your graduation tomorrow. Take plenty of pictures so that we can see how this goes. After all, it is the new normal.
Yeah.
Oh,
true. Beautiful.
It is the new normal. It's going to be this way for a while.
Yeah, that's a buzzword. You know, you have to drink when somebody says that is the new normal. Yeah.
Every
true.
time.
And what's the other one?
We're all in this together. That one's kind of like graduated from a drinking word to a punching word. And what time is the graduation?
9
to noon tomorrow.
Oh, so that should not interfere with your 4 to 7 stop by for DIY beer and wine every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at Yonder.
And not to mention strawberry and or peach frosés.
So good.
Which are very
Good.
I agree. they're very
Dangerously delicious.
Hey, bonus points though if you get those future leaders of tomorrow to get to all say, "Daddy, where are we going to drink tonight?" and you record it.
And that's how Paige loses her job.
Big time bonus points. Big time bonus points.
You could always get Yonder and start bartending.
All right. It's we probably need to let them get to
Yeah.
their
I think that's it. That's all we got. You got anything
Wednesday
else?
night party.
Yeah. Well, we got to get to bed early for graduation tomorrow.
Oh, thanks for bringing Ducky out.
Dude, if that dog gets that, lose it.
Then we'll get so many views.
What?
No, she's scared of him.
You don't leave the two of them alone together.
Oh, no. But the dog is scared of the lizard because she's a wuss.
No, dog's smart, for sure.
Well, thank you very much for hanging out with us today. Thank you for hanging out with us yesterday. And hopefully, thank you for hanging out with us tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, don't tell anybody. My first ever favorite. So there you go. Right?
Yes, just like you were the first ever in detention, first ever favorite regular.
There you go. There you go.
I'm a little
For
upset.
real.
The tension was great because I was like a little me time. Except, hey, real quick though, our detention guy, his name was Mr. Cotton, and he was the Acme Brick pitch man before Troy Aikman in Dallas. So all the commercials in Dallas for Acme Brick was Mr. Cotton. If you called Mr. Cotton the Acme Brick man, you got another detention. The other where you got another detention was if you used the bathroom and didn't flush behind you. And it was so funny because when you came back from detention with the bathroom pass, Mr. Cotton would get up and run to the bathroom and he'd go and look and see if you flushed. And so it's so funny because people would try to leave little surprises in the toilet for Mr. Cotton just so he would. A story for another time. Okay?
I'm intrigued. I'm on the hook.
With Buzzball, 15% in a 6-ounce bottle. Biodegradable, recyclable, woman-owned. What's not to love?
Possible projectile.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Weapon if you need it.
Thank you very much for hanging out with us, Paige.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye.
Party soon.
Bye, Jeremy.
Tell them about tomorrow.
Tomorrow from 4 to 7, we'll be selling Buzzballs and sangria and wine and DIY beer. And also, as I'm pretty sure we just mentioned, frosé and machine to go, either peach or strawberry that I made myself. And they are delicious. So yeah, come on down to Yonder, 4 to 7. It'll be great.
For the price of 1 cup of coffee, you too can support bar owners that are out of work.
It's true.
It's really expensive fucking coffee, but like you
Yeah.
can do it. You can do it. Au revoir.
Bye.
I'm trying to do it.
Every time.